Alright guys, it's game day. Washington Huskies play their 10th game of the season, taking on the USC Trojans. And these guys, they're for real. Earlier this season, 6 weeks ago, you would have said, oh, they're headed down to the bottom. They're gonna bottom out before they start heading in the right direction. They got annihilated by Alabama, annihilated by Stanford. They got beat by Utah. Basically, the good teams that they played. They were 1-3, and their defense looked bad. Their offense was very sporadic. In fact, I think over the first month of the season would be fair to call their offense pretty bad. And ever since then, they have, against lesser teams, admittedly, just been playing good. Arizona State, Arizona, Colorado, California, and Oregon. They've won all those games with a pretty reasonable amount of comfort. They've blown out everybody except Colorado, and Colorado looks like they're actually putting together a pretty decent season as well. So they're a lot better than they were earlier this year. Earlier this year, I would have assumed that this was going to be an easy win, but right now we're looking at it. Yeah, we expect to win, of course. We're at home. We're clearly playing better as a whole over the course of this season, but we can't assume anything because this USC team, their defense is playing okay, and it seems like their offense has really kind of come alive. They have an effective, balanced offense. Sam Darnold is having a very good season at quarterback. His numbers are a little behind Jake Browning's, but not too much. So they pass the ball pretty well. They average like 250 passing yards a game. They run the ball fairly effectively. They run for a little over 200 yards a game. They've got a bunch of different running backs they use. They have a quarterback with some degree of mobility. And it's just an all-around effective offense. They have Juju Smith-Schuster, who is one of the better wide receivers in college football. He's having a very good season, 641 yards and 8 touchdowns. So it's an offense that can put up some points. So no Joe Mathis for the rest of the season, and this is a game where it can really hurt because he was one of our best players on defense. He might have been our best player on defense, so not having him out there today could suck. And I don't know what's going on with Wu Chin either. I've heard he's going to play, but I'm not sure. This is not the week where you want to be dealing with that kind of stuff, but it's what it is. I expect USC to put up some points on offense. So our offense needs to just run it up for 60 goddamn minutes. Just run the score up and don't let off that gas pedal because USC can come back from anything with that offense against a defense that is still very good but is not at full capacity right now. But we also just kind of needed to maintain our number 4 ranking because there are teams that are going to try to sneak up on us and take this, and we don't want to leave any points on the board out. We don't want to leave any points out there dangling that we could have had that would have made the difference at the end of the year. Like, not only getting into the playoff potentially, but avoiding Alabama in the first game. So hopefully things go well. I think we'll win. I think it'll be decisive enough, but it's not going to be easy by any stretch. So I'm just looking to the offense to take complete control of this game because I don't think the defense is going to control it. I think the defense is going to give up a fair few good drives, a fair few scoring drives, some points. Let's just score on offense every time we get the ball in the first half. That would be a wonderful goal, and I don't know how realistic it is. USC's defense is not particularly great. Even during their winning streak, their defense has not been that good. So Jake Browning, Myles Gaskin, John Ross, do your thing. I mean, I don't know if Jake Browning's really going to win the Heisman. It seems like there are a couple guys who are just putting up these numbers that are so overwhelming that it's going to be very tough. But this is the kind of game where you can really lay claim to a Heisman spot in a way that games against Oregon State and Arizona are just not going to do. So, bow down to Washington. Big game tonight. I'm excited. Expecting a win, expecting to continue to roll on towards bigger and better things. See you later.